Is everybody in? Is everybody in? I think I just saw Stan Lee drive by. How's it going, Monkey Shine Lab, folks? I wanted to start this by talking a little bit, and I hope you don't mind. But it's something that's been bothering me a lot, and it is now to blame for several targets. I think it's like 3 or maybe 4 locations are closing, never to return. And you know, some of you folks live in metropolitan areas where you know, there's like 19 Target stores on top of 27 Ross stores on top of 1 million Walmarts. You have a variety of locations available to you at a very short commute. But for some folks who live in rural areas, and or if they're living in urban areas, like Target is one of the only decent stores that will be available to somebody. And the idea that stores are closing, you know, it happens all the time. What's the big deal, you ask? This is about toys, isn't it? Yeah, it is. In a roundabout fashion, it's about all of us, okay? They closed these stores in Portland recently, and I think one in Washington, because of retail theft, organized retail theft, and or just people just robbing the place blind, and they can't sustain stores in those areas because they are targeted, if you will excuse the pun. And so in order to alter their bottom line, they're closing stores. And that leads me to today's subject, which is, why the hell are people stealing toys? Yesterday, I think it was yesterday morning, I was having my coffee and I was watching Nazar do his early morning walk through a Target, and he lives in the Philadelphia area. And so also, in addition to this, there were many stores in the downtown area of Philadelphia, not just Target, but whole bunches of stores that got looted because rioters used the excuse of the day to go and steal things. And I mean, we're all under economic duress. I think that's a fair statement to make about most folk in the world right now, period, wherever you reside. But when I go into a store or I watch a video like Nazar's, where he went into a store early in the morning and found, and I've been using the footage here, or I will put it up. He sent me some video of it, so I'll put that in. Also, just straight up pictures of someone had gone in and stolen every car, save one, out of some of those like 2-piece premium packs, like the track sets and things of that nature. They're right now, I think they're retailing anywhere between $15 and $17, depending on where you are. And I have several on the walls of my office. I'll show you pictures of that. I used to buy these sets, but I had to cut way back because instead of costing like two premium cars would, they're starting to price themselves out of my pocket. I would really love to have the Golf set from this recent case, but I'll tell you what, if I cannot find it, or I cannot afford it, the last thing I'm gonna do is steal it. If you steal because the economics are hard, if you go and you steal a loaf of bread, I'm bound to look the other way, because I know that every once in a while you need a loaf of bread. And I would never deny another human being food or shelter, but you're not priced out of food. You find yourself priced out of Hot Wheels. And it's not that retail theft has never been a thing and it's just suddenly sprouted up, but it's become a thing in our society where everybody turns the other way. Unless you can get some juicy footage for something and get some clicks and views, go viral and all that other horse shit, you're not going to do anything. And I think it's important, if you see someone doing something of this nature, if you see something, say something. And because we as toy people and nerd people and game people and stuff like that, we really do need those Targets. Target's one of our favorite stores because it's, they try to have a decent business practice, but you can't have a decent business if your people are told to remain passive. And so in their place, in their stead, I call upon the Toy Nation to go out and help some of these poor schlubs who work in these stores, who put up with us with our phones out and stuff. It's a symbiotic relationship. And if you don't take care of them, they're not going to be able to take care of you. And if you don't have the money for something, that's one thing. But if you're stealing stupid shit, knock it off. Okay. I think I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Soapbox to the side. Let's go see what Target has. Walmart now. I should probably buy some underwear. I won't explain. Just float it out there. I don't know who the analyst is, but he's not very popular apparently. Looking for my friend for that Fast and Furious transport, actually. He's looking for it. So I guess I'm kind of on the hunt for that locally now. And that's kind of sharp. I think it's cat litter time. What do you think? Cat litter time? Yeah, it's cat litter time. So, kind of like whatever always happens when I'm at a Walmart, my wife calls and she says, I'm on my way home. Which always makes me smile. So, I am on my way home too. And I bought something. But you're going to have to wait until I get home to see it because I got to drive. Man. So see you there. So there's a truck in front of me. It says, real men love Jesus and real men pray. So he's really into Jesus and he's also got Bigfoot stickers. The guy's just a believer all the way around. I mean, it's nice to have something to believe in, whether that's Bigfoot or Jesus. I guess there's room for both Bigfoot and Jesus in my heart. Yeah. How about you? Comment below. I'd actually be interested to know what percentage of you believe in Jesus and which percentage of you believe in Bigfoot. Because I believe in both, honestly. I'm a Pacific Northwester. It just seeps into your blood here. Bigfoot. And rain. It looks like it's raining. It's gonna rain again in a few minutes here, so I'm gonna go home and let my dogs in, as opposed to letting them out. I've already let the dogs out, so you know who let the dogs out. You don't even have to ask. But anyway, I'm gonna let my dogs in, and I have something to show you. I have a couple things to show you, and it's all relatively PG. So hang out and wait for the inevitable edit. And we're home again. Don't smoke, kids. I don't mean to be preachy. Okay, that's not what we do here. What we do is toys, relaxation, fun. We try to keep it light. But I would like the community to do a little more policing of itself. If you are aware of somebody doing something, tell them to knock it off. You don't have to call the cops. You don't have to call store security or anything like that. Just tell them what they're doing is not appreciated. It's not right. Don't physically accost anybody over this. But we as a society really need to step up to say, you know what, I'm watching you do that, and I don't approve. That's not how our society runs. That's not how my town works. That's not how our country allows things to be done. I don't think it's pointless and patriotic to say that we as a culture need to address this. And that includes buying things on the secondary market that you don't have a receipt for. If somebody's selling something that's too good to be true, probably there's a catch. If you're buying I ate a few pieces of Halloween candy before I got started here. I apologize. But it's up to us. It's up to us not to buy stolen goods. It's up to us not to allow thieves to take over. And it starts with the individual. It starts with your own little corner of the world. Anyway, as I said before, I'm not gonna harp on this too much longer. Okay, I don't mean to, but when I saw Nazar's footage of an entire case of high-priced sets being opened, and the packaging was just all discarded right there. You cannot tell me there is not a camera that caught that. So if you find piles of opened toy boxes or whatever out there, notify the people in the store. Go to the front, tell them that you care, tell them that you're sorry that this is happening, and ask how you can help. But I think that we all know how we can mostly help is just not to condone it and not to allow it when we see it. Don't turn a blind eye. One of the things that is so much fun about doing this channel is meeting some of the interesting people and finding out what you have in common with them, and even your differences that can bring you closer. In this case, my friend Nazar, whom found the evidence of thievery recently. He's a really wonderful guy, and he does a bunch of really wonderful stuff. But he is haunted, as I am haunted. I'm haunted by the noisy cart. Wherever that noisy cart is on the grounds, it will come find me while I'm trying to film. So one of the things that haunts Nazar is hook and ladders. So this moving parts hook and ladder, I picked it up because just seeing it, and he always sees the red and white ones. Okay, this is kind of like an airport thing, but it so resonated with me of Nazar finding every time he goes out, he is haunted by a hook and ladder company. Anyway, it was really cute, and so I decided to pick this up, and I'm going to open it, and I'm going to do a quick little review of it, because it's a moving parts, and it's an interesting moving parts. It's not a car this time. So anyway, I am gonna open this very soon, but huge shout out and thank you for allowing me to use pictures and footage from your show to Nazar at Nostalgic and also at Shelby Street Diecast. Please go give them a look, give them a subscription, and enjoy what I've been enjoying for several years now. I've really enjoyed his programming. It's always fun, and he raises a lot of money for good causes. So, on the whole, one of the better people in the world. All right, everybody, that's what I've got for you right now. I'm gonna go watch my Packers lose. I'm gonna go watch my Packers win tonight. It's on Prime Video, so the game will be over by the time you see this. But I'm excited because I get to watch my hometown heroes play. Because I'm in a different, an entirely different time zone and etc. I don't often get to see NFC North games, and that's where I kind of grew up, was in the NFC North. So I kind of gravitate to those teams. I pay attention to those teams, and my Packers are doing okay. They're okay. They're certainly better than the Jets. Anyway, have a great day, folks. Thank you very much for coming around here to Monkey Shine Lab. We know there's a lot of people do the same thing we do, but we really do appreciate it when you spend a couple of minutes of your day here with us. If you think about it, hit the subscribe button below, and check out some of our other friendly channels. The Figure Trap has an interesting series going on right now with sort of action figure news and reviews. So that's Saga over at the Figure Trap. Also Rusty's Garage Australia. He will get back around to making videos again soon, I would assume. Rusty, we love you and we miss you, and we hope you're doing okay. Nostalgic, of course, Andre over at First 117, and all of the other people. Chris, Ghostbusters Chris. I've really enjoyed this trip, and I've enjoyed collaborating with all of you. And in fact, I would love to start a discussion about all the thievery that we're seeing. I would love to have a live round table with a few people and talk about what's going on. It's because it's not good, and the only thing that's going to change it is us. The grassroots change Anyway, I promise the next episode will not be preachy in any way. You will not find any moral challenges past what I'm putting on the screen, which sometimes gets a little immoral. What, you got a problem with that? Okay, everybody. Thank you very much for coming out to the Monkey Shine Lab, and we'll see you again tomorrow.